So earlier in the previous video, we have seen topics related to the .NET framework. Now in this video, I'm going to show some topics in C Sharp. Uh, this video covers usage of sealed keyword, usage of partial keyword, and how to use them and when to use them. So so we can use a sealed keyword to a class or a method. So we will use sealed keyword using sealed keyword to a class is sealed class. It means we will use this sealed class when we don't want the class to get further inherited. Like we will use the sealed keyword to a class when we don't want the class to get further inherited, because it is the last level of the inheritance. If we use the sealed keyword, then we cannot able to inherit the class. Like from the another class, we cannot able to inherit this sealed class. So this is the usage of sealed keyword to a class. And coming to sealed, so I will show you that how we'll use. So here I am using an Visual Studio 2022 IDE, and I have created a project, a console project, that is samples CS topics, and I have created a class. So here you can see I have created a class. You can refer my previous videos if you don't know how to create a class or how to do coding in Visual Studio. And now here is the main class and the main method. So here I will add another class, like the big class, this one for suppose. So this class contains a method. So if you see, I will write a simple console statement in this method. This is method 1, and I will create another class, public class s2, and I will add another method, public void method 2. And now I will mark for suppose, if you see, I will I can inherit the class s1, and here I will write a simple console message like this is method 2. Now simply I can create an instance for this class s2, and then I can access these methods or the properties in these classes. So if you see, I can access this both the method 1 and method 2 by only creating a single instance to this class s2. So now if you see, s2 instance equals to new s2. So s2 instance dot method 1 and s2 instance, s2 instance not method 2. If you see this, I can able to access both the method 1 and method 2 by creating a single instance to s2. So if I run this, here you can see on the console there are both the statements. This is method 1 and this is method 2. So here I have not used any sealed keyword. I am accessing the class s1 with the to the class s2. So if I use sealed keyword to the class s1, you see here, if I use sealed keyword to this class s1, so here you are getting an error. If you see this, you are getting an error. So the error states s2 cannot derive from sealed type s1. So here the error is clearly saying that the s1 cannot be inherited because we have used the sealed keyword. If you use this keyword, this total class s1 cannot be inherited further. So I am removing sealed keyword from here, and I'm just using the we cannot use the sealed keyword if we want the class to get derived further. If I use this sealed keyword in the class s1 itself, then I am not able to use the methods in the class s1 in the class s2. So I want this method 1 in class s2 and some of the properties in class s1 as well as in the class s2. So I have to in that case I will use the sealed keyword in class s2. So if you see here, I have used this sealed keyword in class s2 so that I can this is the last level of the inheritance, and now successfully I can access this method in the class s1 with the by creating a single instance to the class s2. So here there is no change. I have just used the sealed keyword to a class. So this is what a sealed class means. So this satisfies the definition like I have provided. So using sealed keyword, we will use the sealed keyword to a class when we do not want the class to get inherited further. Here if you see, we have used the sealed keyword because we don't want this class is to get further inherited. So that's why we have used the sealed keyword in the class s2, not in the class s1, because we want the class s1 to get inherited by the class s2. So this is the base class and this is the derived class, and so this is about sealed class, simple in simple terms. So I will say about simple uh, sealed keyword using sealed keyword to a method. Method. So sealed method is nothing but we will use the sealed keyword, use this sealed keyword to a method when we don't want the method to get overridden further. So this is the definition for using for the sealed method. So I will show practically why and when we will use the sealed keyword to a method. So again, I'm opening this, and if you see this, I'm having the method 1 in the class s1 and method 2 in the class. Here I will create another method 3. So because here I am already having the method 2 in the class s2, so I will create method 3, public void method 3 console.writeline. This is method 3. So here this is a simple method, so I want this method to get overridden further in the future, so I will just use a keyword virtual keyword. So by using this virtual keyword, that means we are marking that this method can be overridden further. So I can override this method 3 in the class s2. So if you see, I can override this class. So we have already seen the sealed class example. Now I'm showing sealed method. So if I'm using the sealed, here you can say public override. I'm overriding the method 3. Override void method 3. So method 3 and console writing a statement. This is, here I will simply write method 3 overridden. So this is method overriding concept, and if you see, this is a simple method. We have just written a method and we have overridden the method with the message that method 3 overridden. If I run this, I will get if, for suppose, s2 dot s2 instance dot method 3. So if I run this, I will get the message like method 3 overridden. So here you can see the message on the console, and so if now I will use a method on called or suppose you think there is a class 3, class s3 inheriting inheriting class s2. So in this class s2, uh, so if I override this method again, override public override void method 3. So if you see here, again I have overridden the method 3 overridden again. Just watch this. It is very simple. Now I am again. So I can directly now create the instance for S3. S3 instance. So this S should be capital. S3 instance and S3. So if you see here S3 and 3. So now you can see now the message will be printed as method 3 overridden again if I run this application. So here you can see method 3 overridden again. So the concept of this using sealed keyword to a method is the method, if you use the sealed keyword, the method should not be overridden again. The method will be overridden. The method will be overridden the last step. In the last overridden we will use this sealed. If I use sealed here, or suppose if I have used the sealed override, immediately you can see an error here, like method 3 cannot override inherited member because it is sealed. Because we have used the sealed keyword here, we cannot able to override the method 3 again. This will be the last. So we are using the sealed keyword so that we cannot. You should remember one point, that sealed and override will be always used together. We will use the sealed keyword, afterwards override. So you should remember this. So I am simply removing this method here, and I will simply method 4. So that's it. This is about the sealed class and sealed method. So we have successfully learned about the sealed class and sealed method. So now I'm going to show about the partial keyword. So if you see, we will use this partial class. I mean, most of the time we will use partial keyword to a class. That means we will work with a single. You can imagine a scenario where two developers are working on a single application and on the same class. So they are adding their individual, they are adding different functionalities to the same class. In that case, they cannot able to create two classes without using a partial keyword, two same classes without using a partial keyword. So uh, I think you have understood. Now I will show you. So this partial class is nothing but two files will be created with the same class name and partial keyword. This class, they will contribute to a single class. So when we run the program, then the compiler will reassemble this everything, the partial classes, and they will contribute to a single class. So now we will see practically. So here I will add a class, add new item, and then click on class and add. Sorry, I will rename this to partial class example. Yes, now I have renamed this class, and now if you see here, I will write a main method static, because the execution will start from the main method. And just leave this, and I will now create another two files, two classes. This will be two partial classes in this case. Class 1, I will write to, for better understanding, I will use the name as file 1, and I will add another class. Oh, okay. I will add another class. I will use here file 2. So click on add, then you see two files got added, file 1 and file 2. So in this, I will public partial, and wait a second. Okay, I will directly use the partial keyword class, partial class PC1, for suppose PC1. I have created a class here. So if you see, I will write the method. I will create two methods in this: public void method 1, not only methods, you cannot add properties also, that's your wish or based on your requirement. Like here I can add also int public int pcid, for example over the I'm showing that's it. So after this you can see I have added the method one. I will write a simple console message like this is method one, and I will add another method like public void method 2, and this is method 2. So this is in the file 2. So in the file 1 I will add a class partial class pc2. We have already created a pc1, so we will create here the, so no, the class name should be same, partial class name should be same. This will contribute this will be considered as the same class. So here I will write a method public void method 3 console statement like this is method 3. So public void method 4, this is method 4. So now what I will do, I will create a single instance for both of the classes. As in the main method I will create pc1, here you can say pc1 instance equals to new pc1. So now we have created an instance for the class pc1. Now with the help of this I can access the methods and the properties in the class. Now you can see if I write pc1 instance, click on dot, here you can see all the properties and the methods which I have written in both the partial classes, that is pc1 class, by using the partial keyword. You can see I can able to access the method 1, method 2, and here method 3, method 4, and the property pcid. So I am assigning pcid as 1, and I will access one method from both the partial classes. pc instance dot, here you can see method 2 pc1 instance dot method 4. These are present in different files with the name pc1 and with the partial keyword. So now I will go to the properties. I will change the startup object to partial class example. Then I will run this application. So if you see the message got printed, this is method 2 and this is method 4. So if you consider, if you see here carefully, I have created two files which are having two classes, but ideally two classes, but not really. There are two classes, but with the same name, with the same class name, contributing to the same single class. We are here using a partial keyword so that we can add functionalities to this class from two different files. This is what all about partial class. And if you find this video helpful, please do subscribe.